Hey, welcome back to the Go Podcast. We're coming at you again with another Top 10 Tuesday, keeping with our Star Trek theme. Today we're going to do the top 10 most hated Star Trek characters, or most annoying Star Trek characters, to follow up on our list last week of the top 10 best Star Trek characters. So that's what we're doing today, and go!
Okay, to start with, we have Lieutenant Kim from Voyager. Sort of whiny. He worked well with his little pilot buddy, but...
As a clarinet player, we know he loves that hard wood in his mouth. Thank you.
So you discriminating against him because you're making a gay joke on him? That's
because he's a woodwind player, Brian!
Okay, it has nothing... It's no gay subtext to that. It's just...
You're strictly a string man, damn it.
Brass and strings all day, baby!
Yeah, slapping that bass, Mike, right?
Goddamn right.
Okay, and we definitely have my top contender for worst, most annoying and hated character, Wesley Crusher.
Ah, yeah, classic.
Oh, Wesley.
I'm going to push for him being rather high. Who wouldn't?
Kai Wynn, man.
Yeah, I think Kai Wynn's on the top of my list. Just
okay, I can't
the human
argue
equivalent
with
of
that.
Dry toast. No offense to Elwood.
You guys are just very anti-religion. I'm a Gnostic, so I don't hate the religion as much as you two do.
I mean, I'm
I
not
don't think that's it.
anti-religion in general. I'm more, I don't know, it
Just roll with it for the joke.
Yeah.
Both are diehard anti-theists. Okay, that was a bad joke.
Anti-space pope.
Yeah,
Anti-space pope.
joke. Exactly.
Up with hope, down with the space pope.
And then we have...
Damn space Catholics. I mean, Bajorans.
The one I think everyone would hate, and if you can remember her or whatever, Dr. Pulaski. I feel dirty just bringing her up for this list.
What was her issue with Data, man? Like, there's a serious problem with him. Like, super hatred for androids.
She had jungle fever, okay? He was too white, and she was into the Klingons. That's my guess. Because Data was the whitest white of snow.
Yeah, he's like powder. He's like,
Maybe they had like movie night on the ship and they watched Terminator and then she just kind of slowly looks at Data. She gave herself a little hypo spray beforehand. Was a little high, you know.
She had a cousin named John Connor. To keep with the anti-Bajor theme, Kira Nerys. Shut the fuck up about Bajor. No one cares. I mean, I get that was the whole... Deep Space Nine was my favorite series, and that was like the whole fucking foundation of the series was...
Let's be honest, the Federation only cared about the wormhole.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Talking about Deep Space Nine, Jake Sisko.
Yeah.
That thong. Oh,
Not
that
as
Cisco.
not as bad as Wesley, because he sort of was a bumbling idiot, and he paired well with Quark's brothers. Yeah, Nog.
Yeah, Quark's nephew. Yeah.
They were a good dumb duo.
Nog, son of Rom, who eventually became Grand Nagus.
Fun fact.
Mm-hmm. And he always sounded like he had to blow his nose.
Yeah.
And we got Deanna Troi. I believe you made that pick, Bill, but I'm probably the most against it because she was a mixed character. She had some really good moments, but there was some really annoying moments. I agree.
I don't know, there's just some episodes, even ones that were written for her character that were like Troy-centric. They're really annoying because it's always the same deal. Like she gets psychically attacked, and then you see dream sequence Troy being like, "No, don't!"
But
like
we can all agree it was the write-in for that character that sort of.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The actress did a good job.
Well, see, that's my thing. It was kind of a combination, in my opinion. Like the lines that they gave her were just fucking weird, but also her delivery was just like trying to put my finger on a good analogy, just like a sad dog, or like, I don't know, just very like we're in a therapy session. And I get that was her whole fucking
yeah,
but still
exactly.
She had like a weird voice cadence, like a weird affect, the way she spoke too. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty
sure that was imposed on her, like many things were. But we'll never know. So, but the character as a whole is a mixed bag, which might be honorable mention in my opinion. But let's see who makes it to the top. Then we'll decide the ranking.
And I get that she was an empath, but what the fuck was she doing with the third chair on the bridge? Anyway, sorry.
She was also she had a high rank. This is why her being out of uniform was weird. There was that whole one episode where she was taking the bridge assignment, basically where she was going to be a commander like Riker or Data.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
She was all at that gap between those two roles. Just because they called her a counselor does not mean she didn't have a rank.
Yeah, actually, she had a pretty high rank. I think she was lieutenant commander or commander.
I think she was above Geordi. Oh, she was evenly ranked with Geordi.
Yeah.
So that's what's up with that. Okay, Neelix. Let's get into our annoying ones with Voyager.
I do not share the Neelix hate. I'm just
no, neither do I. In the beginning, he was annoying. Yeah, Neelix hate comes from Mike mostly. I mean, I thought he was kind of endearing.
Yeah,
they developed him rather well. He was very annoying in the beginning, but they built him up decently, and he sort of faded into the background. Great support character, in my opinion. Here's a contentious one, Captain Janeway.
The eye roll from Mike.
Captain Janeway. We all agree we love Janeway in some moments. Other moments, we're just like, what the hell is she thinking?
Yeah, a lot of mixed feelings about Janeway. And I think we brought her up on the last top 10 for like being in contention for, one of the top 10 spots. But that was mainly like late series Janeway. Early series Janeway really irked my nerves. She was like, they were trying to write her, and again, a lot of this is just the writing. They tried to write her as like Picard light. I really didn't like that, to be honest.
With more of a the weird moralistic streak, which I didn't ever understood. I think they had to write her that way because she was the captain, and they had to have some contrived reason to keep them in the area. They had to go against hard moralistic choices. I think she was forced to be sort of the hard-nosed she was in earlier seasons to keep it going for as long as it did.
Yeah, it just seemed like episode to episode, too, because like her decision-making would change. I don't know. Like the writers couldn't decide what kind of captain she was, and that kind of annoying, because sometimes she would be, really strong character, just the right amount of by the book, that kind of thing, like you said, like sort of a Picard character. But then the next episode, she'd be making like really overly emotional decisions and stuff that was damaging, and you're like, what in the world's going on? Her character's all over the place.
And she did have her badass moments, I'll give her that.
She did. I just feel like they should have leaned more into that, like her being like, I don't know, like somewhere in between Picard and Kirk with a, badass captain type of deal.
Yeah, I thought it would have been... I was just going to say, it would have been a really fun arc for her if she started at like this moralistic center, and then over the course of the show, she got more and more, fuck it, I'm just trying to get my crew home, I'm ready to obliterate anything in my path. That stops me from that. That would have been a fun arc, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think when introducing a female anything into these male-centric things, they have trouble walking that line between how do we make them comparable to their male counterparts. And this is an early endeavor into that sort of thing. It's a little hard, and I admit, socially, it would be hard for a writer to do a character like well. But continuing on the trend on annoying children of prominent members, we have Alex.
You don't get to see him much, but when he is there, he can get pretty annoying.
Except for the adult Alex. I like that one episode where he came from the future trying to change the past.
Okay, the adult future one on Next Generation, because he also comes back as an adult on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And he's a bumbling idiot. Which is weird. I'm not sure why how they rewrote his character that way. I don't know what the difference was.
I don't remember that episode.
I guess since he changes the past, probably changes his own character's arc.
Ezra Dax. We all like Jadzia Dax, but Ezra Dax had a tough go. I think. I definitely didn't like her.
She was not a well-received character, but
It's hard in the wake.
I didn't hate her. Like, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have any problems with Ezri.
I don't have any problems with Ezra either. I thought she fit the story well. I liked how patient she was. I liked her little relationship with Worf, given everything that had happened with Jadzia. I liked the kind of will they, won't they thing with her and Bashir. I thought she was fine, honestly. I mean, she wasn't as obviously smoky and smoldering and wise as Jadzia, but she wasn't supposed to be. That was kind of the whole point.
Yeah,
she was a
that was the whole
completely
point.
different person.
Okay, Major Kira.
All right, I think I already mentioned her, right? But yeah, fucking awful. Get her the fuck out of here. Didn't like her from day one.
She did not warm well.
No.
I mean, she's definitely going to be higher in the list, like, than Kai Wynn, but the Bajorians all had a stick up their ass, it seems like. They had plenty of reason to have a stick up their ass, though. Okay, I hope we take this in account. I mean, Kira, I liked the character. I understood where she was coming from, so I wouldn't put her as the worst or most hated just because I understand where she was coming from. Unlike Wynn, who seemed like not a care in the world. Oh, follow me, and yeah, like a fairy god, evil fairy godmother. That's how Kai Wynn came across. And let's get Odo out of the way.
I guess, yeah, Odo. I was going to say, speaking of Bajorans, from Next Generation, what do you think of Ro Laren?
Oh, I like Ro. Good character development. She got with, I think both. I know she got with Riker. I've watched that episode
She
recently.
did, yeah. The one
Did
where
she
their
get
memories
with
were wiped
Data
out, yeah.
also? No, that was the first. That was the weird episode in the first season.
Tasha Yar, yeah.
Yeah, Tasha Yar was a weird character. She wasn't. I wouldn't put her on this list because she wasn't there long enough to really get a feel for her. Some people hate her, but I didn't. What about you guys?
No, I didn't hate her character.
Nah, I don't think I knew.
Oh, okay. First season, the blonde. But talking about blondes in Next Generation, we have our one support character that we all agree was very annoying. A little hated, Commander Shelby, which we had to look up her name. That's how we either blocked out her name or whatever. She was basically just Riker's second in command when Picard, I believe, got lost to the Borg.
Yep. Because originally she came on the ship as an expert for them to face the Borg. And Riker was supposed to get his own command, and she was going to take over as first officer on the Enterprise. But then, like, shortly after, before Riker leaves, Picard gets taken by the Borg, and she becomes the first officer for Riker. She's just so annoying in the beginning of that episode. She's all like, Commander Riker, you need to leave the Enterprise. You're in my way, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, because she keeps, like, ignoring Riker's, like, orders and, like, going around behind his back and stuff like that. And Riker's like, what the hell, you know? And she's like, you're in my way.
And the last contentious pick, coming from Bill. Yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus. Bill suggested Spock.
Hey, I'll take the hate, man. Go back and watch the original series and tell me that Spock does not get fucking annoying.
He definitely does, but his character develops the best out of all the characters, in my opinion.
By the movies, yeah. Yeah, by the movies.
Even in the series, he
Spock
sort
in
of
the movies.
warms up a little bit, but not much
little
in the
bit.
actual. Okay,
He's just always so, like, jerky about it, you know? Like, I realize that Vulcans suppress their emotions, but one, they have them. And two, he's part human, right? He's half human.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Just the way he comes off is really annoying, really grating. Because he's always like, basically like, you all are morons, and I'm the only one here who knows what he's talking about.
Well, to the credit, all the Vulcans at first come off as that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Spock was the first archetype for that, so they had the most most trials to make him into a likable but yet believable character.
They lean into that a lot in Enterprise when they do the prequel. Like the whole Vulcans being overbearing and annoying, you know, with that kind of stuff. But yeah, By the time you got to the movies, I think Spock was one of the best characters. But in the original series, man, I was kind of Team Bones on that one. I was like, man, Spock's annoying. Just want to punch him in the face.
Okay, let's start ranking. So I think it comes down to Kai Wynn.
Is that everybody that we compiled before? Or? I know we had. What about Jellicoe? Do we mention Jellicoe?
Yeah, Captain Jellicoe.
He really wasn't that memorable, and he was designed to be annoying.
He's two episodes, yeah.
I mean, characters who are designed to be annoying, I don't think should really come on this list. If they're meant to be hated for the show.
Yeah, I suppose
none of these other people, maybe Commander Shelby was meant to be hated, but that's a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
Jellicoe, and we had one other possible, another Admiral, Riker's
captain.
Pressman, yeah. Those
yeah.
characters were meant to be hated, and they accomplished their job very well. So
That's
I don't
true.
think they should be included.
Okay. I think we could take Janeway off the list to start if we have more than 10.
Yeah. Okay. Janeway off.
What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I agree with that. Her badass moments in the end, I think, outweighed her annoying bits.
Okay. Mike, what's with you rolling the dice during these?
I don't know, man. They fell out of my... They were in my work bag because we were playing Magic sometimes at work, and they fell out of the bag the other day, so now they're on my desk, and I don't know.
Okay. Just thought I would mention that for anyone curious to the audio.
Why, you hear some occasional dice sounds?
Yep.
Michael Dice Clay?
So I'm thinking the number one spot... I think you're going to beat me. I'm putting Wesley Crusher, and you guys are putting Kai Wynn.
Yeah, number one would be Kai Wynn for me. Man, I hated her.
Yeah.
Well, for the good of Bajor.
Bajor.
She had a whole bunch of crappy lines. The only reason I probably don't hate her as much is because I block out most of the end of Deep Space Nine. And even when she was introduced fairly early, but didn't have a prominent role until later on.
She's just such a hateable character. I don't know. Everything she did was stabbing somebody in the back and then trying to pretend like she was this super holier-than-thou person. Like, oh my god. Like, terrible.
Okay, so out of the annoying children, which was the worst? Crusher, Jake, or Alex? I would say Crusher.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, how does Crusher compare to Pulaski, the horrible season 2 Doctor?
Oh, God.
That's a
Pulaski
hard decision.
might be even number 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's possible. I just want to
pretty universally hated character.
Okay.
I mean, that's why they brought back Beverly.
Yep.
God, yeah, I remember her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to Google her.
Her hate for Data alone should...
Our previous established number 1 favorite character of all time.
Yeah.
From Star Trek.
Wesley, I had number 3.
Yeah. He's a pretty well hated character too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really hate Jake Sisko. I just think he was a dumb character. But he did have, with Nog, he did have his moments with Nog.
Yeah, that part was alright, but on the whole...
Alex, again, he definitely was annoying. I sort of intended by... He meant to be the bratty little Klingon boy.
Yeah, I think and plus he was only in a couple of episodes, so that was kind of
and to your earlier point, they were trying to show off, you got this tough warrior father, and then kind of a more sniveling son, kind of deal.
Plus, I think they wrote into his character that he was dealing with like the trauma of his mother dying and then being raised by his grandparents, without knowing his father. So there was a lot of stuff there that made it intentionally annoying to deal with. I think that was the point.
Okay, so any suggestions for number 4?
We bumped Neelix from the list, right?
Nope, not yet. But
but you guys both liked him, so I don't see him making top 5.
I had mixed reactions to him. I think he developed very well over the series, so he might get honorable mention as being extremely annoying at one point, but getting better.
Deanna Troi? We all kind of agreed on her at some point, right?
Yeah, she was pretty annoying.
I mean, Kira was more annoying to me than Troy.
It's about a toss-up for me, yeah.
I will go with... That is a hard pick. Kira or Troy?
I think
who
I
else?
was
Who else
more
do we
annoyed
have?
by Troy, but yeah.
Anyone worse than him? Dumb, those women.
Well, what's left on the list? You've got the list, so.
We got Kim, Neelix, Cisco, Spock, maybe? No. Ezra, Dax, who I don't think is going to make it very high. Odo. What about Commander Shelby?
Ooh, yeah. Even though she was only like in 2 episodes, maybe 3, she found her very grating.
Yeah, for the whole tenure. They could have worked on her if she would have kept on, but they didn't bring her back, probably for good reason. Everyone okay with Commander Shelby being number 4?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then do we want a Troy or Kira? I had some more time to think about it. I think Troy had more good points than Kira did. As I said, I go with Major Kira, understanding her backstory, but she didn't develop as well as Troy did. Troy was bad in the beginning. Well, Troy had her moments of extreme brilliance in some other episodes that just brought whole episodes down.
Yeah.
So I'm still inclined to go with Kira over Troy.
Okay.
So 5 and
slot
6.
Yeah. Do we put Keiko O'Brien on this?
No, we didn't put her on the main list. I don't rank her very high, but we could put her in as 7 because she
What
did.
are your thoughts, Mike? Yeah, because she was
I don't-
CS9 and Next Generation.
Excuse me. I don't really. I don't remember her too much, to be honest. I remember her name getting brought up a lot. I remember when she had the second baby. I don't really remember her. It sounded like she kind of was a little domineering with my man O'Brien, which is lame.
Okay, I would say either.
But was that by design?
Say again?
Was that by design, you think? To kind of show, at work, you get this cool, badass engineer guy, and he has this
Maybe, yeah.
kind of domineering wife. I don't know. I could see how she could be on the list, but I really don't remember her being too annoying.
There was always like tension between her and Miles too, with the whole like choosing to go to Bajor for like months on end to study the plant life there, and I don't know. I just remember her character being kind of annoying in general.
I'd be fine with slotting her in at number 7, to be honest. I don't know. Probably slot Odo in at number 10, just because for the majority of the series he was fine. But then, I don't know. I think they should have wrote him off at some point. I almost feel like they worked in the Founders thing just to give him more to do on the show.
His weird pining for Kira like went on forever, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like every episode he would just show up and yell at Cork, and that'd pretty much be it. I don't know where we fell on Keiko if you want to put her in at number 7, which I would be fine with.
She was pretty annoying. I wonder if the internet thinks Keiko was annoying. I know there's certain characters that are pretty universally hated, or at least debated over how hated they are, like Neelix, but I wonder if she's one that they have listed.
So then we just have 8 and 9. I think Jake Sisko could easily slot in at number 8 because he was a little bitch half the time.
I just ran.
And then I think all we have left is 9, right?
Who's number 10?
Odo. I mean, you guys know how I feel.
I know. You want Neelix on there. I know that, like I said, he's one of the more universally hated characters. I mean, we could put him down at like 9 or something. Or
Well, I mean, you guys both like him, so I don't think you really, maybe honorable mention at best.
I could see how people were annoyed by him. I mean, he does have a kind of an annoying tone because they're all like, well, we're lost in this other quadrant and blah, blah, blah. And he's so like upbeat that I could see how people would be like annoyed by that.
Yeah, it's kind of bumbling.
Yeah.
It wasn't, just kind of cringy from time to time.
Yeah, I could see that.
So Neelix at 9?
We could do that. Bump Jake up above at 8.
Yeah, Jake at 8. I mean, if you want to put Neelix at 10 and bump Odo to 9, I'd be fine with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, let's do that, since you guys both like him.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you throwing Odo on the list. I thought I was the only one that kind of got irritated by Odo after a while.
No, I totally agree with that. Again, he was great to establish the whole vibe of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
You know, this hard-nosed security guy. But they should have, they should have either wrote him off or given him a lesser role after a while.
So, Odo at 9?
Yeah.
Neelix at 10?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Anyone in honorable mentions? Alex, maybe?
Yeah, that's fine. Harry Kim, I think, should make an honorable mention.
Okay. For playing a flute, for being a flute user.
Clarinet, but yes.
Woodwind. So we have Spock and Ezra Dax, and either one of those is honorable mention. I would say one of them. Let's say Spock in the beginning.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Spock gets an honorable mention, just because.
And we'll take Alf Ezra
Pointy-eared
Dax.
bastard.
Yeah, I liked Ezra. I don't have a
like
problem with Ezra.
Okay. Oh, so we have the list. I'm not going to do the song, the BBM's Top 10 Tuesday. I'm not going to do that whole bit, Mike, but it will be the BBM's Top 10 Worst Star Trek Characters. Number 10, Neelix. A little bit too cheerful. Moogies, whatever. Number 9, Odo. Goddamn Quark. Don't know what he's doing. He's scum. Should investigate him.
Basically, you in space.
Brian in space.
Assholes on the podcast. Jake Sisko. I'm the commander's son, and I have a Frankie friend, and let's get into trouble. Whatever. Cake O'Brien. Cake O'Brien. Miles.
Yeah.
Miles. Only the guys will know what I mean. Miles.
Yeah.
Miles. Number 6, Deanna Troy. Something some people would disagree with, but I'm not going to do a tagline for her.
Being psychically attacked. All the time.
I feel.
Well, I'm glad you guys felt the tagline was needed. Number 5, Major Kira. Bejor.
Bejor.
You're not going to add anything, Mike, other than what I just said. Don't do it at all.
It's in the inflection.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Number 4, Commander Shelby. I blocked her out of my memory, so someone else wants to give a tagline for her.
You're in my way.
Number 3, Wesley Crusher. Well, actually...
Get this child off my bridge.
Number 2, Dr. Pulaski. She had war fever. She had Klingon fever. Personal joke of mine, but it would explain why she hated Data. Our honorable mentions, Lieutenant Kim. Mike hates him because he uses a clarinet. He should hate Picard by the same logic with his little flute-like thing, but... Alex! Worf's son. He was rather annoying, but things in the story made him that way. You can't have a Klingon brat without having them a little annoying. And... honorable mention contestant Spock from the original series.
Let the hate flow.
That's
onto
unlogical, Captain. That's illogical in your old dumbasses, Captain. And finally, number 1 most hated Star Trek character in Star Wars. I meant Star Trek. I'm just getting tired of saying Star Trek in succession. Kai Wynn. Emissary must protect Bajor.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Some
good
crap
one.
like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, God.
I try to block most of her space Catholicness out of my head. But yeah, that's the list. I hope you were as annoyed with it as we were in making it. Especially all the memories of all these people flooded in.
Ugh. Remember when she had old lady sex with Ducat?
Oh, God, did she?
I think so.
Ugh! Man, Ducata's one of my personal favorite villains of all time, and now he kind of... Why would you... He could do so much better. I kind of thought that him and Kira should have had a thing as kind of tense
he
eventual
tried.
lovers. Did he?
He tried. Yeah.
I love Ducat, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go Ducat! Well, we've had some fun here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to tell us how much your favorite Star Trek character was disrespected in this podcast. Check us out every Tuesday for another top 10 list. And check us out on Fridays for our more long-form podcasts. This week's topic is going to be, who knows? Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.